This is how you can make a ticket system for your Discord.js version 14 bot, so let's go and get started. Before I show you how to do this, I'd like to say that if you're interested in getting the source code from this video or other videos on my channel, you can do so by joining a God tier on Discord or a Super or God tier on YouTube. You can also go ahead and get bot packages from me if you're interested. These are custom built bot packages with the features list right here. So again, if you're interested in any of this, the links will be in the description below, and let's go ahead and get into the actual code of the ticket system. All right, so to start, we're going to go over to your schemas, and you're going to go ahead and create ticket schema.js. If you don't have MongoDB set up, go ahead and watch the updated guide in the description below. But if you do, just go ahead and create a new file called ticket schema.js. You're going to go ahead and give it ticket schema. All you have to save is the guild as a string and the category as a string, and you can just save it as a ticket schema. After you do that, we can go over to moderation, and we can go ahead and create ticket.js. In here, we're going to start by getting our / command builder. We can also get these other things. It's going to be the embed builder, permissions bit field, action row builder, select menu builder, and our channel type, and then we can equals require, and we're going to go ahead and get our discord.js package. Then we're going to go ahead and define our schema, so we can do const ticket equals require, and we're going to go ahead and do // we can get schemas, and we can get our ticket schema. Next, we're going to do module.exports, and we're going to go ahead and open this up. We're going to start by getting our data, which is going to be our new / command builder. We're going to go ahead and set a name, which is going to be ticket, and we can set a redundant description because we're going to be using subcommands. This is going to be manage the ticket system, and then we're going to go ahead and create our first subcommand. The subcommand is going to be send. It's going to have a description of send them ticket message. Then we can go ahead and add a string option, which is going to be the name, and we can go ahead and set a description. This is going to be the name for the open select menu content. So that is going to be the text that shows up right here, just for reference. And then we're going to go ahead and set that to required. And then we can add one more string option. This is going to be the message. We're going to go ahead and set required to false on that, but as you can see here, this is going to be that message that we're setting there. So it's going to go into the embed. All right, so after we create that subcommand, we're going to go ahead and create two more subcommands. The first one is going to be setup. This is going to be setup the tickets schema, and we're going to go ahead and add a channel option, which is going to be the category, and we're going to go ahead and give that description, which is going to be the category to send the tickets in, and we're going to go ahead and add some channel types here. So this is going to be channel type.guild category. We're going to go ahead and set required to true. On the next subcommand, we have remove, and we're not going to have any options. It's just going to go ahead and be disable the ticket system. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and set default member permissions, and we're going to go ahead and do permissions bit field.flags.administrator. That way only admins can see this. We can add a comma. We're going to do async executes. We can get our interaction, and we're going to open this up. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're actually going to go ahead and define our variables. So we're going to go ahead and get options. We're going to set that to our interaction. We can also get our subcommand and our data variable. Keep in mind, I am going to be doing copy and pasting instead of writing all of this out, just because there are about 300 lines of this code, and it's going to take me forever to do. So it's just going to be more efficient if I copy and paste it and explain it as I go. Then we can go ahead and switch, and we're going to go ahead and get our sub, and we can open this up. That's going to be case, which is going to be send. In here, we're going to go ahead and start by getting if no data. Then we're going to go ahead and return await interaction.reply, and we're going to say you have to do /ticket setup before you can send a ticket message, and we're going to set informal to true. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our variable names. These variables are going to house some pretty important information. So it's going to be our name, which is going to be the name string, and it's going to be our message, which is going to be the message string, or we're going to have a extra string in case they don't provide a message, which is going to be create a ticket to talk with the server staff, and then we can just provide a little bit of extra information. You can write this out on your own, or you can copy and paste what I have here. Then what we can go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and make a new action row builder. This is going to be our select menu. So we're going to do const select equals new action row builder. We can add components. This is going to be our new select menu builder. The custom ID is going to be ticket create select. The placeholder is going to be the name variable that we created up here with an emoji of your choice. The minimum value is going to be 1 because you do have to select one. And we're going to add options here. We're going to open up one option object. We're going to make a label, which is going to be create your ticket. We're going to set the description to click to begin the ticket creation process. We're going to set value to create ticket. All right, so after we do that, we're going to go ahead and make an embed, and this is going to be the embed that we actually send as the ticket message. So we're going to set a color to blurple. We can set a title with an emoji, and we're going to go ahead and say create a ticket. Then we can go ahead and set a description, and we're going to use some append text here. So we're going to set the message variable that we defined up here, as well as a ticket emoji with a space. So that's going to be the custom message or the default message plus an emoji at the end. And we're going to make the footer the text, which is going to be the interaction.guild.name. And we can do icon URL, which is going to be the guild icon URL. Again, all of this is customizable. You can change it if you want, but this is what I found looks the best. Then we're going to go ahead and send two different messages. So we're going to go ahead and send our reply to that /command, which is going to be I have sent your ticket message below, and that is going to be informal. And then we're actually going to go ahead and send the ticket message. So we're going to go ahead and say interaction.channel.send. We can get our embed variable right here, and we're also going to go ahead and include the component select menu. So after we do that, we're finished with that part, so we can actually break. We're going to set a new case. This is going to be remove, and we can actually start off. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and create a logical statement. So this is going to be if no data, then we can return await interaction.reply, and we're going to say looks like you don't already have a ticket system set. And we're also going to go ahead and set informal to true. So this is going to be if there's no data. Obviously we can't remove nothing, so we're going to reply with that. Then we can open up an else logical statement here, and within this we're going to go ahead and delete that schema. So it's going to be ticket.delete1. We're going to get guild, which is going to be interaction.guild.id, and then we can go ahead and reply to that /command or that interaction. So you can do interaction.reply. We're going to say I have deleted your ticket category, and we're going to set informal to true like that. So basically how this works is within the server you're going to run the ticket create /command and or ticket add, and that is going to create a category or define a category within the schema that the ticket is going to actually open in. So if you want to remove it, that's what this command is for. That will just remove the category from the schema. So after that, we can go ahead and break, and we're going to get case. Finally, we're going to go ahead and actually create our setup, and we can actually open this up. So the first thing we're going to get is another logical statement, but it's going to be reverse from what we did above. So this is going to be if data, then we're going to return and reply, because if we have data, we can't set up more. So this is going to be, it looks like you have already set up a ticket category, and we can make a channel. So we can do the hashtag within the arrows, and we can do data.category, and we're also going to go ahead and set informal to true on that. And just like above, we can make an else, and we're going to actually go ahead and define our category variable just like that. And then after that, we can actually go ahead and create that schema. So we're going to go ahead and do await ticket.create. We're going to go ahead and get our guild, which is going to be our interaction.guild.id, and we can actually go ahead and get the category, which is going to be the category variable that we defined up here from our subcommand option that we get our category from the user. All right, so with that, we're done with the subcommands that we need to actually manage this ticket system. So far we have our category set up. So that's going to be enabling this category right here, so that when we open this ticket, it's actually going to go ahead and open the ticket within the correct category. We've also gone ahead and created this message with the logic behind it, so we can send it. And we've gone ahead and set up a category remove so that we can completely disable the ticket system. So the next step obviously is we need to set up interaction handling for the ticket create. So we're going to go over to events, and we're going to go ahead and create a new file because it's going to house a lot of code, and we can go ahead and call this ticket interaction, and we can go ahead and do .js, and we're opening that up here. We can start off by getting a couple of functions from the discord.js package. It's kind of a lot. We're going to need the model builder, we're going to need the text input builder, the actionable builder, text input style, channel type, embed builder, button style, and permissions bit field, all from discord.js. Then we're going to get tickets, and we're going to go ahead and define that as /, and we can get schemas, and we're going to get our ticket schema. Then we can get our const, and we can do create transcript, and then we can do equals require, and we're going to go ahead and do discord HTML transcripts. You do have to install that package for this to work. And we can do module.exports, and we can open this up. We're going to get our name this time, which is going to be our interaction create event, and we can do async, and we can get our interaction, and we can get our clients, and we can actually go ahead and open this up here. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and do if, and we can do interaction.customID is equal to our ticket create select. Then we're going to go ahead and open this up here. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to actually go ahead and create a model. So this is going to be with the title create your ticket with the custom ID as ticket model. Then we're going to go ahead and create a text input. So this is going to be Y, which is our new text input builder with a custom ID of Y ticket. We're going to set required to true. We can set a placeholder of what is the reason for creating this ticket, and our label is going to be why are you creating this ticket. We're also going to go ahead and set the paragraph style as well. Next, we're going to go ahead and create our info text input, and that's pretty much going to be the exact same as we did for the Y. This time it's going to be the info ticket. We can go ahead and set required to false this time. For the placeholder, we can do feel free to leave this blank. And for the label, we're going to do provide us with any additional information. It's also going to be a paragraph. Then we can do const1 equals new action row builder. And we can add our components, which is going to be Y. And we can actually go ahead and copy this line. And we're going to go ahead and do 2. And this time we're going to go ahead and get our info variable. So next, we're going to go ahead and do model.add components. This is going to be 1 and 2. And we can do wait interaction.show model, and we're going to go ahead and get our model just like that. So far what we've done is we've gone ahead and checked to see if the interaction custom ID is ticket create select, which is going to be the select menu that we created in here to initialize the ticket setup process. Then we've went ahead and created a model with 2 inputs for Y and extra information. We've gone ahead and created those action row builders, and we went ahead and showed the model. So now the user has clicked on the select menu to initialize the ticket creation, and they've been met with this model. So now they're going to be filling out the model. So the next process is going to be checking to see what their model submission is and actually creating that ticket. So we're going to go ahead and do else, and we're going to do if interaction.custom ID is equal to our ticket model, which is going to be the custom ID we used up here. We can open that up. We can start off by doing const user equals interaction.user, and we're also going to get our data, which is going to be the schema data. So it's going to be the variable just like this. We're going to get our interaction.guild.id. Then we're going to go ahead and run a logical statement. It's going to be if no data, then we can return and say, sorry, it looks like you found this message, but the ticket system is not set up here yet. Now we've done some handling in here where we're basically just going to return and not let the message even be sent if the ticket schema is not set up, but we do need to handle that in here as well. Then we can do else, and we're going to open this up. We can get our Y and we can get our info variables. So these are going to be the 2 text input values from our model, and we're going to be getting them with their custom IDs as well. So just make sure you correct the custom ID in here as well. So once you have these 2 variables, we can also get our category, and we're going to use a little bit of logic in here as well. So we're going to do const category equals await interaction.guild.channels.cache.get. We're going to do data.category, and then we can say, or we can say nothing provided. And actually, I don't even think we need that nothing provided logic, so we can just go ahead and remove that. Then we can make our channel, because this is going to be where we're sending the ticket. We're going to be using a lot of code in here, so just bear with me. We're going to do const channel equals await interaction.guild.channels.create, and we can open up that object. The name is going to be ticket dash, and we're going to get user.id. We can do the type, which is going to be channel type.guild text. The topic is going to be ticket user, which is going to be the user.username, and the ticket reason is going to be the Y variable. We're going to do parent, which is going to be category. That places the channel within that defined category from our schema. We're going to make some permission overwrites, and we can open up an array, and then we're going to open up the first object with a comma at the end. We can do ID, which is going to be interaction.guild.id, and we're going to set the permission flags view channel to deny. So this is going to deny everyone from viewing the channel. And then we can add another object, which is going to be the interaction.user.id. And this time we're going to allow the view channel permissions, as well as the send message permissions and the read message history permissions. So the permission overrides is making it so everyone cannot view the channel or send messages except for the administrators or the moderator roles and the user. Now keep in mind, if you have a specific role, feel free to put that in here. I believe you can create another permission override for that role if you're interested in doing that. Right now, only admins will be able to see it, so that's just a note. Then after we have our channel, we're going to go ahead and make an embed. So we can come down here and we're going to go ahead and define our embed. So this is going to be color set to blurple. The title is going to be ticket from user.username with the ticket emoji. We're going to have description as opening reason, which is going to be our Y variable. And we can have backslash and backslash n. We're going to have extra information, which is going to be our info variable. And we can set a timestamp. So now we need our close button and our transcript button. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we're going to create a new action row builder with the variable name as button. We're going to add components, which is going to be our new button builder. The first button is going to be the custom ID of close ticket. The label is going to be the lock emoji as close ticket, and the style is going to be button style.danger. We're going to add a comma, and we're going to do one more button, and we're going to have our custom ID as ticket transcript, our label as the transcript with a scroll emoji, and the style is going to be primary. So now that we have both of that, we're going to go ahead and send 2 different messages. So the first one is going to be channel.send. That's going to be sending this message with the button, within that new ticket channel. So that's going to be the first message within that user's ticket. The next one is going to be a reply to the interaction, because this is a model submit. This is what the user is actually going to see when they click submit. It's going to be your ticket has been opened in channel with informal to true. So now that we've handled this, the user now has their own ticket right here. So this is what it's going to look like with their extra information, and they're going to have their ticket as well. We also have 2 buttons here, just for reference. So now what we need to do is we need to handle both of those buttons. So the first step is our close ticket. So we're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and say else if, and we're going to do interaction.custom ID is equal to, and this is going to be our close button. So that is going to be close ticket. Then we can actually go ahead and open this up here. All right, so in here, we're going to go ahead and create another model, because the user who's closing the ticket does need to provide a closing reason. So let's just go ahead and do that. We can go ahead and create our close model, which is going to have the title as ticket closing and the custom ID as close ticket model. Then we can go ahead and create a reason for closing the ticket as a new text input builder. The custom ID is going to be close reason ticket. Required is going to be true. The placeholder will be what is the reason for closing this ticket. The label will be provide a closing reason, and the style is going to be a paragraph. Then we can go ahead and initialize this action row builder using the const1 equals new action row builder with the reason as the component. And just like above in creating the model, we're going to go ahead and show the model after we go ahead and add components as one. So that's what we're going to be doing within this else. Just go ahead and copy this down. Feel free to pause the video. Again, you can pause it and go back to make sure you get all of this code. But now that we have our model with the closing reason, now we have to listen for that submit. And within that, we're going to go ahead and actually close it. And this is actually going to be the final step in closing. And then we can actually go ahead and create our transcript. So we're going to say else if, and we're going to do interaction.custom ID is equal to, and this is going to be our close ticket model from above. Then we can actually go ahead and open this code up here, and we're going to go ahead and handle this. So we're going to go ahead and create 4 variables. So the first one is going to be our channel variable, which is going to be our interaction.channel. And we're going to do var name equals channel.name. And we're going to do name equals name.replace. We're going to go ahead and replace the ticket dash with nothing. And then we can do const member equals await interaction.guild.members.cache.get, and we're going to get name. So what these 2 lines are doing is it's taking the name variable and it's parsing out the ticket dash. So we're going to be left with only the user ID, and we're going to use that user ID to get the actual member. Now we're going to go ahead and do 2 more things. The first is get a reason variable, which is going to be from that close ticket model. This is going to be the reason paragraph right here, and we're going to get that text input value. Then we can go ahead and send a message in the channel saying closing this ticket, and we're going to go ahead and set a timeout. So we can do async timeout, and we're going to go ahead and open this up. So we're going to actually go ahead and set the timeout to 5 seconds, which is 5,000 milliseconds. And within this timeout, we're going to go ahead and send 2 things. The first is await channel.delete, and we're also going to catch an error. And then we can do await member.send, and we can say you are receiving this notification because your ticket in interaction.guild.name has been closed for. We can do /take, and we can get our reason. We're also going to catch an error just in case they have their DMs off. All right, so after doing that, the last thing that we actually have to do is create our transcript. So we can do else if interaction.custom ID is equal to our ticket transcript, which is actually going to be the custom ID of the transcript button that we created right up here. Then we can actually go ahead and open this up. So we're going to go ahead and create a cache file that we're going to be getting the transcript from. So we're going to do const file equals await create transcript. This is going to be our interaction.channel. We can open that object up. We're going to have a limit of -1, a return buffer of false, and a file name of interaction.channel.name.html. So now we actually have to go ahead and send this. We're going to go ahead and send this as a message variable. The reason for this is because we're going to go ahead and delete it. So we're going to go ahead and send this message, and we're going to store the data within a variable. So just go ahead and send your transcript cache with an emoji if you'd like, and we're going to go ahead and attach files as file. Next, we can go ahead and create a message variable, and we're going to add a scroll, and I'm going to bold the entire thing, and we can say here is your, and we can do in brackets ticket transcript. And then right after that, we can do parentheses. We're going to get this very specific URL. And within that, we're going to go ahead and get our message.attachments.first, and we can do !.url, and we can do from interaction.guild.name. So make sure you pause this video and copy this down exactly. Otherwise, you won't be able to get your transcript. And then we can actually go ahead and delete the first message right up here, because we're going to go ahead and send this within the ticket itself, and we just want to get rid of it right away. So we can do await msg.delete, and we're going to go ahead and catch an error as well, just in case that doesn't work. We can just do nothing with it. Then finally, we can go ahead and actually reply We can do content, which is going to be our message, and we're going to go ahead and set informal to true as well. All right, so with that, we are actually done with this entire ticket system. I know I went fast, but if you need to, go ahead and go back in the video, pause it at any point, and make sure you get all of this down because it is all essential for this code to actually work. Now, there is one other thing we do have to do before restarting the bot, and it is within the ticket create command. So we're going to go to the setup, and I forgot to add a reply. So it's going to be await interaction.reply, and we're going to say content, and we can say I have set the category to our category in bold, and we can say use /ticket send to send a ticket message, and we're also going to go ahead and send informal to true. So I just forgot to initialize a interaction reply to that message, and actually I copied and pasted this in the wrong spot. Make sure it's within that else right down below right here. So yeah, we should be good to go. Make sure you go ahead and save all of your files because we need all of this code to work properly. And we can actually go ahead and restart the bot and test this system out. All right, so over in the Discord server here, I've gone ahead and created a tickets category and an open ticket channel. So the first thing is we're going to go ahead and try to send an open ticket right here. So let's just go ahead and try to send it. And as you can see, it's going to say we have to set up the ticket system first. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can do ticket setup, and we're going to go ahead and get the category, which is right here, and we can send this. So it's going to say I have set up the category to tickets, use ticket send, which is the message we try to do up here, to create the ticket message. So let's do that. We can do ticket send. I'm going to get the name, which is going to be open a ticket, and we can just go ahead and send it. We're not going to test out the message because it's not necessary. So as you can see, it's going to say I've sent your ticket message below, and it's going to send me my ticket message with the default message as well. And it's also going to say open a ticket, which is exactly what we put in here. So let's just go ahead and try to open a ticket. We can go ahead and click on this. It's going to open up a model. So this is going to be the reason for creating this ticket, and we can also say extra information provided, making this really clear so you can see where it's coming from. And we can go ahead and click on the submit button right here. So as you can see, it's going to say your ticket has been opened in the ticket, and we have a brand new channel with the ticket name ticket-my-user-ID. And we're also going to have this as well. This is the about in the channel. So it's the channel description, the ticket user, and the ticket reason. So in here we have our ticket message, which is opening reason. That's the reason and the extra information provided. So now we can just go ahead and go back and forth pretty much. But one thing I want to point out is our permission overwrites. So it went ahead and created an overwrite for me so I can see the channel and read message history and send messages, and also made it so everyone cannot see the channel as well. So that's important to note. So let's just go ahead and send some messages. We can maybe send a command with one of these bots. Maybe we can do member count. Doesn't really matter. We can just go back and forth. And let's just go ahead and try to create a transcript. So we can go ahead and click on the transcript button. As you can see, something really quick happened there. It actually went ahead and sent a message and deleted it right away to get the ticket transcript that we need. And if we actually go ahead and open this up, we're going to have this website, which is going to be the ticket transcript. And as you can see, it says exported 9 messages, but it pretty much is an exact replica of this channel that you could save if you wanted to. Let's just go ahead and try this one more time so you can maybe see that message being sent. I'll slow it down in editing. As you can see, it sends a message and gives me that link that we can actually go ahead and follow. And here it is. All right, so the final thing we need to do is just close a ticket. So let's go ahead and click on close. And we can say maybe finished everything needed, and we can go ahead and click on submit. As you can see, it's going to say closing ticket. It's going to take approximately 5 seconds for that timeout to happen, and it's actually going to go ahead and delete it and send me a message saying you are receiving this notification because your ticket in the server has been closed for the reason provided right here, and now the ticket is no longer here. Now, one thing to note is you won't be able to create another ticket until you reload Discord with the select menu, but I guess that is a good thing because it provides a cooldown for the user so that they can't spam tickets. Alright, so that's how you can create an advanced ticket system using your Discord.js version 14 bot. If you do need any help with this, go ahead and join the server in the description below and use our help channels here, and we'll be happy to help you out. And you might as well just join anyways because this is a pretty good coding community. Also, feel free to add Automate into your Discord servers. It is an AI chatbot. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.